Have you ever wondered, is it possible to grow your business without free work? Now, free work has a really bad reputation, meaning that you're providing a service without charging anything to the customer. And we're going to talk about that and why it has such a bad reputation towards the end of the video. But first, I want you to stay tuned for my tips, because the real issue of free work will be revealed at the end of my 3 tips. So you might be wondering, why does this matter about free work and why is it so controversial to offer free work versus paid work when you're first getting started? As a dietitian in private practice, your time is valuable, and you have to remind yourself that you are absolutely worth charging a fee, and people that pay for your fee are also going to be more invested in the service that you offer. If you don't want to do free work while you're getting started, there are options of what you can do to start building your reputation to have a better chance of getting paid work. And that might be that during your shift, if you have a 9-to-5 job, you can find opportunities at your current position, let's say if you're working as a clinical dietitian, to really showcase your skills that can help lead to paid work. Right? It's a little bit of a roundabout. So as entrepreneurs, as dietitians in private practice, it's our job to always look for opportunities. So what I mean by that is during your 9-to-5 shift, are there any other ways that you can get involved? Are there any talks you can do during your working hours that will count as a working hour that could give you an opportunity to get in front of more people, to showcase your skills, and to get hired for other positions? To then, you're not doing free work because it's counting as your 9-to-5, but you're actually using your working hours to really enhance your skills and have an opportunity to get in front of new faces. That's what I did, and that's what I suggest if you really don't want to do free work, but you want to maximize and make the most use of the time you're already getting paid. Now, if you don't yet have a 9-to-5 and you're a student, or maybe that's just not possible. I mean, it is always possible no matter where you work to find opportunities, but I want to give you another suggestion. So what I mean, find projects during paid time. Now, if you do free work now, I want you to comment below and let us know, do you limit that free work? I'm also a fan of charity work, so you might decide that you do want to do work that is for free, but is based on charity, and you only allow yourself to do 1 or 2 hours every 6 months, or every 3 months, or once a year, right? Maybe you're involved in doing a workshop or something that you don't charge, but you limit that, and it maybe is involved with some type of a charity or non-for-profit that you really believe in. Now, that's different. That might be something that you can limit, and you're really strict about those boundaries, and if you align with that, it's your choice to make that call. I want to suggest that you charge a fee for your work, even if it's a low fee. What you want to do is create a goal to build your fee with time, meaning that if you're charging something relatively low, like 20% below market industry standard now, then after you sell a certain amount of units or sessions, then you can increase your fee. And this is where people get stuck, is they have this black and white mentality. Dietitians think it's either free work or paid work and there's no in between. But you can also offer something a little less expensive than industry standards until you make enough sales to then increase your price based on supply and demand. Meaning the more people that want to work with you, which happens when you build your skills and ramp up, then that in that time you would increase your price, even if it's incrementally. This is really normal in practice. A lot of practitioners do this. If you've ever gotten an email from a private practice or a medical organization that says we're increasing our fees by X date by X percentage, that's something that you can do as well. So I don't want you to feel afraid of charging something low, because what's most important is that you're getting started. I want you to think that you're building with time. So think big picture. Again, avoiding this black and white thinking, if I offer something free, that'll be the end of me. It's not necessarily like that. The issue I see with registered dietitians is not offering free work. It's that you never offer paid work, or you always offer a low rate. So when I say if you're offering a low rate, I do mean that you're putting a boundary on that. So after you sell $500 worth of sessions, or after you sell X amount of times, then you increase the percentage of what you're selling by, 5-10%, depending on your situation and what you're selling. The point is, without all the details, think about the concept of when you sell, after you sell a certain amount, you increase your prices. And this is really a stepping stone. Think of this as training wheels. We all get started. And to get you started and ramp up faster, if you're more confident at a lower rate, that's fine. But don't you dare stay there forever. Otherwise, you'll be undervaluing yourself and you'll start to feel really angry and resentful as a registered dietitian. You have to hold to your boundaries. If you say no free work and you have locked in your rate, then that's what you want to work with. So remember, this is your business. You get to call the shots. But I do think for your mentality, once you decide something, once you make a decision, stick with it. And if you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to offer this rate, it'll be a little bit below market industry standard, and after 3 times of selling this session or this package, then I'm going to increase your rate, then you got to stick with it. And that's where it takes a lot of courage for you to stick with your boundaries and do what you're going to say and follow through with the process of executing on your plan. But if you don't progress your pricing, then you're always going to be stuck at a low price point, and you don't want to compete with your competitors based on price because you will lose. That's a race to the bottom. So pricing yourself around what's average or even higher is actually a good strategy, even though it feels awkward. More opportunities will come with time, but you will need to be patient. You're also going to need to work on focusing on getting more sessions or more sales under your belt. So the focus should be making sales, not really worrying too much about the cost of each unit of sale until you've made your first 20, 50, or 100 sales. Now we finally get to the real issue, which I've alluded to in this video. The real issue is not free work. The issue is that you're not progressing from offering anything for free or low cost to what's considered market industry standard. Meaning, if you're selling your time for $20 or something extremely low that's undervalued and you never progress, that's the problem. The problem is not offering free work for a snapshot in time for the first 3 months you're ramping up, or for the first X amount of sessions that you are able to provide, whether free or low cost. The issue is that you never progress your price point. So I want you to keep that in mind. It's okay to undervalue yourself for a certain amount of time as long as you have a plan to then get to where you want to be and be at what's considered market industry standard for your rates. It takes courage to charge for your services and your products. It will also help make you a better registered dietitian if you have strong boundaries and you stick to them. People take you seriously when you tell people, this is my rate. And you will start to take yourself seriously if you set goals and tell yourself, okay, I'm going to charge X amount of dollars for selling X amount of sessions, and then I'm going to charge Y amount of dollars for the next bundle or next set of sessions. So it's really based on the volume of sales. So if you can get out of the mindset of thinking it's black and white free work to thinking about the volume of sales, you're going to be better positioned to make strategic decisions as a business owner, putting on your registered dietitian business owner hat. Now, if you like this video and you want to learn more about how should you set your fees as a registered dietitian, whether for coaching sessions or for group packages, I want you to check out this next video on screen.